goes straight to you, Tundu Victoria MKO Abiola. To the owners of the papers. And
I'm starting with this day, as always, Nigeria's newspaper of records, according to Mr. Efeni.
Efeni, I hope you are hearing your Victoria.
So, Buhari excited over release of abducted Katsina schoolboys. 344 freed on their way from the forest, says Masari, to be presented to President today. Despite rising COVID-19 cases, organized private sector cautions against fresh lockdown. PTF mulls review of further opening up of economy. NEC worried about health facilities being overwhelmed, as do I. With decentralization, NIMC targets 200 million NIN registration, allays fears over SIM card deactivation, that's above the masthead there. Silver, oil market players' survival depends on effective cost-cutting measures. And on the back page of this day, at Edo Peterside, the guest columnist wrote a piece about his friend and mine, Dakpo Ojora, and I want to just read the end of it. He says here, it is easy for people who have never experienced the pain that a horrific accident can bring to sit down and theorize or trivialize the experience. Exactly. Do not mock a pain you have not endured. And he says, remain blessed, my friend, and rest in perfect peace. Good night, sweet prince. And flights of angels sing you to your rest. The Nation. 333 Kankara pupils regained freedom from abductors. Boys for medical exam before release to parents. Buhari, Masari excited. APC, Northwest governor behind attacks by bandits. Party urges security probe of intelligence report. Alleged 13.7 billion naira fraud, ex-army chief battles to stop trial. ASU to blame for prolonging strike, says government. And you have that picture there, I have to say, of the boys returning home. I'm so glad that, this was managed. Daily Independent, second coronavirus wave. We've entered most difficult phase, federal government. Agree with states to enforce protocols, considering lockdown as last resort, releases new advisory as cases rise. NIN registration may shrink telcos' Q1 2021 revenue. NCC grants Globalcom, MTN, Airtel, 9Mobile approval to conduct NIN registration. Semi-border remains closed 24 hours after federal government order. I want to highlight that because we saw the jubilation at the semi-border, but apparently nothing has happened there. And of course, there's a story here about 333 kidnapped schoolboys freed. And the fracas at the National Assembly is the picture story there on the Daily Independent. Vanguard, Katsina abduction, 344 students freed, state government. Boko Haram releases videos claiming to show kidnapped boys. Why we abducted school children, terror gang leaders. We've long feared this, parents. CNG shelves, hashtag bring back our boys street protests. That's coalition of northern groups. Northwest governor behind banditry. This claim of the Northwest governor being behind the banditry, you recall that Bello Masari has made a similar claim that it's somebody who is interested in contesting in 2023 elections. We need names and an investigation at this point.
But then Lafayette too was quizzed over a claim in that
Yes,
line.
he was arrested by the DSS, wasn't he?
DSS,
yes.
Yeah.
And it keeps recurring. COVID-19, federal government mulls another lockdown, says Nigeria at risk. Most new cases of COVID-19 require oxygen, Lagos commissioner. As Niger government shuts schools for 30 days, autumn orders closure of boarding schools in Benue. Declining revenue raises federal government's deficit to 1.3 trillion naira in Q3 2020. Daily Sun, at last, Kankara schoolboys freed. As PDP Arewa group protests in Abuja, Katsina, spirit of partnership led to release. Buhari, Sokoto closes boarding schools. EU, France, flay abduction of school children. US issues security alert to nationals. Probe Northwest governor's link to bandits. APC. And that's picture story there. Sergeant at Arms, popularly known as Gumama, being attacked by physically challenged people for allegedly obstructing their peaceful protest at the National Assembly, Abuja. Nigerian News Direct, federal government confirms release of 333 kidnapped Katsina schoolboys. Even the Nigerian media cannot decide on the number that was released. Is it 344 or 333? New Telegraph, 344 abducted students freed. CBN, above the masthead, CBN, federal government recorded 1.3 trillion naira Q3 fiscal deficit. And NEC frets over COVID-19 spike. VP governors, upsurge surpassing pre-lockdown period. Plateau governor tests positive, goes into isolation. The Punch. Governor denies ransom as Boko Haram frees 344 schoolboys. Miyetti Allah facilitated release of abducted Katsina students. Masari. Abducted GSSS boys in Safi, Zamfara State, healthy but tired, says CP. Parents deny knowing boys in terror group video, pleading for freedom. And you also have here, SARS detained me in 4 cells, collected 700,000 naira bribe, and Osun chief. Just a reminder that the judicial panels are still ongoing. And again, COVID-19, Nigeria records 5,809 COVID-19 cases in 10 days. NMA predicts natiion spike. Oshibajo, governors raise alarm over surge. Lalong tests positive.
I mean, I wanted to start by...
I'm not quite done yet, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
The Guardian, bandits free 340 students, another number here. 340 students abducted in Katsina State. Why Nigeria others may wait until 2024 to access COVID-19 vaccine.
All right, so I want to start by talking about COVID, because a lot of people don't even understand the severity of this. They have no idea what it is. And when you start to look at how much everybody has dropped the ball, you become sad. After the lockdown, it looks as though everybody just went back to sleep. People stopped wearing face masks, everybody had parties, corruption took sway. You know, even at the airport, when they opened up the airspace again, people started doing false COVID results, people were coming into the country. And it baffles me that the Commissioner of Health in Lagos is now saying that the new wave they are treating are people that need a lot of oxygen.
Yes.
And that's to show you that this may not just be the emergence of a strain.
This is what I was asking yesterday. There's a new strain.
Because we don't have adequate data to be able to capture it, and our labs have not been able to look at this new strain. And it could possibly be a lot of people that are coming into this country. And we're not taking this serious. I mean, the numbers are getting higher by the day. We are quickly hearing cases of COVID and people are dying almost immediately. It's a brutal war. And I just want everybody, hands on deck. And I'm saying this, I say everybody, because you see, the reason why a lot of people don't want to follow the protocols is they're so quick to point to the politicians. Are they following the protocols themselves?
This is the issue.
Amidst all of this, amidst a pandemic, a lot of them still have wedding ceremonies without completely ignoring COVID-19 protocols. So it has to be said that leadership has to lead the way. We have to see everybody wearing a face mask, even the president of this country. It has to start from there. Everybody needs to wear it. We all need to be on deck as regards COVID-19. It is serious business. We've lost a lot of people as a result of this. A lot of people have even died without us even knowing that it is COVID-19. So everything needs to be done. By extension, we pray that those that are down should get well. We've not heard any word from the Lagos State governor, but we hope he's fine and it's better. He should get out of that very soon. But it is serious business, and increasingly we keep treating it with kid gloves. Yes. If it comes to it, what we pray against, we might have to have another lockdown.